Simon & Schuster AudioWorks presents Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Max, I think I'm going to be in a lot of trouble.
Again?
Okay. What's that supposed to mean? I had a whole bit planned, but you know what? I'm dropping it now. What the fuck do you mean again? How often do you know me in trouble? Huh?
You just find yourself in whimsical situations a lot of the times, you know?
It's
like
funny as well. It's always talked about at the very beginning of the episode and never like halfway through or anything. It's quite funny, isn't it?
Your whimsicalness, well, your trouble,
my misadventures.
Yeah, that's true.
My various deeds in the week that always seem to wrap around to something that people are talking about online. Max, I'm in serious trouble. I opened a bodyguard school, and unfortunately, I have taught them to eviscerate children, and now one of them has unfortunately made the news.
Eviscerate?
Yes.
Like atomize, destroy.
Yeah, basically what I would do is I would get all of the training equipment, like punching bags and stuff. I would put like a smiling child's face on it, and then make them use the punching bag. You know?
That's awesome. That's like it's like a dog. You were training them like a dog.
Yeah. I even in the break room dartboards with pictures on there.
Nice.
Smiling children.
Of just children.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Does that extend to babies or no?
No.
Okay, that's good. At least yeah. Okay, yeah. You have your limits.
But my thinking was, if a security guard is capable of taking down, or mentally has the strength to ignore the innocence of a child, then they're able to defend their client from anything. You know,
their property.
No more children with hidden guns. As is an issue in this world.
Yeah, as we saw in Megalopolis, don't trust children.
Exactly.
You know,
don't trust those kids as a bodyguard.
Because they'll shoot you in the face, and then you'll get given a golden mask made of megalopol. What's the material called? I don't remember. It doesn't matter.
I don't remember either. It was like mega something.
Yeah.
Megalopolium.
Megalon, I think.
It was Megalon, you're right.
Yes.
Anyway, I've been training these security guards and putting them out in the wild, and now I'm hearing that the Chapel Rowan has a security guard who is attacking Jude Law's child or something. I think, judging from the reaction to it sounds like he like invented a death ray and disintegrated her. And I think my training might have caused a horrible problem in the industry.
So do we have to go out there now and find the rest of your security guards?
We're in trouble, by the way. I forged your signature on a lot of the documents that I needed for location and
okay.
Generally just for the business. So
you used my credit score for the loan instead of your own.
I used your credit card.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I was wondering why when we were hanging out this weekend, I saw you coming out of my room just like rubbing your hands together when you did, like I was like, what happened? And you were like, nothing. And I was like, oh fuck, something happened.
That was I'll be completely honest with you, that was a completely unrelated situation. That was for something else that you may never find out what that's for, right, and that's fine. Yeah, no, there's some horrible thing has happened, and now we've ruined Chapel Rowan's career.
Can we do a recall of these security guards or no?
I let them sign up anonymously. Is the issue.
But so these weren't physical classes? No, they had to be physical because you said you had the equipment of all the children on it.
Well, I would ask them to come in, but they would always choose the Zoom calls.
So none of the equipment would get used you would show. I guess you were presenting in the thing using
exactly.
the Zoom.
It was important backdrop.
Okay.
You know,
that's true.
Although I prefer my privacy, so I did put the blur filter on. So on Zoom, there were a couple people that came in, but again, I let them sign up anonymously. A lot of them signed up using the name Alan Smithy. So
yeah. and they put an X down for their signature.
Exactly. So it's kind of difficult to make them known to the world.
Yeah,
is
and they
the
had-
issue that
and
I've created.
Unfortunately, they also had one of those faces that you're like, oh, this guy just looks like everybody else.
They just
yeah.
kind of just look like regular, everyday, whatever security guard that
Security
you would
guard.
see,
Yeah.
bodyguard, security. Yeah, it's an issue because they've all been trained to disintegrate children. It seems. Judging by the reaction, I haven't actually looked into this Chapel Rowan thing too much. I've just been seeing people talk about it, and the reactions people are giving make me extremely worried for Jude Law's child.
I've seen it on the internet, and I got confused, and I didn't look into it. I only heard that because
Isn't that just the way on the internet these days? You see something, you get confused, and you go, you know what?
I'm not gonna look further into this.
I'm stepping back. I'm stepping back.
I was like, because Chaperon is a musician, right?
Chapel Rowan is a musician, yes.
Yes. So I don't know.
She did Hot to Go,
Okay.
HOTTOGO.
Okay.
Hot to Go.
I
You know the
didn't-
one.
No. So
You know the
that's why I was like, I don't particularly
No
care.
one's
but
touched me
now,
there in a damn hot minute, I think is one of the lines.
oh, okay.
She's
But
got various other popular songs. I only know Hot to Go, though.
If kids are being getting eviscerated, then I should probably pay more attention to it. I feel like
Yes.
now,
Yeah.
especially now that my name might be involved in one of the
People are
suits.
well, luckily nobody's traced it back. That's the beauty with the anonymous aspect, is that
Yeah,
it currently has not been traced back to us.
yeah.
And luckily, this episode comes out on Thursday. We're talking about this Monday, and people are already getting over talking about it after the last 2 days. So we'll probably be fine.
It will just die out. Yeah, we'll go cold.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Really, I wondered even bringing it up. I was like, by the time anybody listens to this, it's going to be like, oh yeah, I forgot that even happened kind of thing,
Yeah.
Maybe I should come up with a different bit for the beginning, but then I was like, I got nothing else, so I'll go for it.
You got them their certificates that said like, congratulations for your class in security. That's what it was.
Yep.
In College of Security. That's what we got. So now
From the
they can
anti-child school. Is what it said.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Anti-natalist security.
Okay. That's better. Yeah. And
We
then
hate children.
We hate children.
Mm-hmm.
So that was pretty like conscious of you to do the thing that you did then, right?
No. I didn't want them to like.
They didn't. You didn't
There
want
was
them
a
to take it
training
seriously.
method so
Yeah.
that if they see a child with a weapon coming towards a celebrity,
Oh,
let's
yeah.
say, I don't know,
I get it.
let's say Kevin Spacey,
Yeah.
then they will be able to separate the innocence of the child from the threat and be able
Yeah.
to go, it doesn't matter if this is a child, they have a weapon and they're coming for Kevin Spacey.
Yeah, that's because like you gotta if you can push yourself to eviscerate a child, then you can just kill a man, no problem.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All of the strongest warriors in history have had the ability to ignore the innocence of their
That's why-
enemy.
That's why the Spartans would throw the children off of that cliff, like in 300, because they were
Exactly.
like, well, if they can do that, they can do anything.
Yep.
You know,
Exactly.
they can push that guy into that hole. You know that
They
well.
can kick that guy, and he was just a messenger.
It was just a messenger. And in reality, then the Spartans went back and went like, please don't invade us. Please. We didn't mean to kill him. And he, well, whatever. But, you know, that's awesome. Good thing that we'll never face any...
We will not face any repercussions from this, I assure you, except for the repercussions that have already hit your credit score.
yeah.
Outside of that, we will both be fine.
I'll
Me
never
especially.
pay. I'll never pay that off.
I'll never pay them.
I'll never pay.
No, that's what you gotta say. You say, I will never pay you. And then they can't do anything because we don't have,
That's-
it's not like we have debtors' prisons.
That's true.
There's just some company who's like, they owe me money, and you just have to be like, okay.
But they can come in
Get
and
over it.
repossession all my Funko Pops and my Magic cards and my Pokemon
can't.
cards from me.
Lock the doors.
They can't come in.
Yeah. They're breaking and
guess.
entering at that point.
But when I played The Sims, the guy would like come in and use a vacuum to vacuum up your possessions to sell them. You know, if you were in debt. So don't they
Sims
do
don't
that?
have locks on their doors.
Yeah, because it's
You
a
ever gone to
trust-based
somebody's
society.
house in Sims and you just open the door?
That's
fine.
true. But in the first one, it was really scary, like in the first Sims, when the robber would come in, like the burglar, because that song was scary.
You
Like
can't do anything about them.
you couldn't do any. You could, I
Whereas
think
in
you could
real
fight
life,
them.
you can do things about them.
Yeah, you
I
can
don't remember.
eviscerate them. If you can eviscerate a child, you might as well eviscerate a robber.
Exactly.
And then just the dollar bag, the dollar sack that he has is going to be left after you're done with them. It's like all my possessions are in there.
If you'd like to join the anti-natalist security guard school, please email deadensigns@gmail.com. We'll get in touch, give you the info. You can do it anonymously, like I said. Don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry. You have Zoom links will be available.
Yep.
Is there any
But this was-
coursework? Like, do you do like worksheets or anything like that?
No. It's mostly just the Zoom classes.
Don't you have a picture and it's like you have to draw a crosshair over a child, and there's like that to get you even less, to pick a target correctly, like a picture. It's like
It's like you have to do like an online shooting range,
oh, okay.
and you actually scored
nice
inversely, basically, to how you
That's-
would usually be scored in something
yeah.
like that.
Shoot all the innocents in instead
The
of
inspiration for this came from the shooting range bit in Men in Black. Remember?
Oh yeah,
when
that's
he
that
sees
one,
all the big scary aliens, but they're just minding their own business, and then he sees the little girl holding
Little
the
girl.
books, and he's like, "Well, why does a little girl need nuclear physics books? She's up to something."
That's true.
And that's the point of my school, and that's the point of Dead Ensigns, #1 podcast about whatever. I don't fucking know. I'm Ben. This is Max.
That's me.
We're having fun.
We're
having fun here, aren't we?
Because
You
it's
have
like,
fun?
you gotta find a hassle, somewhere. And that's what Ben did with my credit card.
You need tension in life. You need some level of turmoil, or else your brain shuts down.
That's
This
true.
is science.
You do get old and your brain turns into a sponge,
Mm-hmm.
You
need,
can't tell
because
people.
that's the engagement. It's the same thing with like animals in the zoo. They don't always just chuck a pile of food out there and go like have at it.
Yeah.
They gotta like put it in an ice block or something and then kick it in. And then the animal is like, what the? Why is my melon in the ice block?
I guess I have nothing better to do
I
than
guess I'm gonna scratch
Yeah.
at this ice block for a million years.
days. Yeah,
Yeah.
feels
But
like
they're too stupid to realize you can pick it up and smash it on the ground.
yeah.
It's
Put it
ice.
or put a kettle on, and then
Because they're
pour
fucking
hot water over it.
these stupid woke tigers from places that don't get snow and ice. And they don't fucking get it. And they're like, what is that? There's glass around my thing. Now there's double glazing around
They
my
have
melon.
yeah.
Motherfucker, smash it
They're
on a
persi-
rock.
An
don't understand
elephant
tools.
would do that no problem.
Elephant
That's
would do
just-
it no fucking problem,
fucking
but
no
that's
problem.
because the elephant is the most noble creature to ever exist.
True. The most purest of creatures. Honestly, you might introduce a course in your school, your security, where you also kill an elephant.
What do you think the benefits of that would be?
Because it's such a noble creature, So if you can kill that, then you can kill anything at that point. You gotta cover your
I
bases.
don't think I think people should be trained to not kill elephants because an elephant isn't capable of the kind of evil a child can be capable of.
I don't know. I've heard of those drunk elephants. They get drunk and then they go ragers. And
Who doesn't
kill people?
Who doesn't get drunk though? Sometimes
Children.
some of the most noble people in the world have been drunkards,
That's true.
or like Orson Welles.
Orson Welles, yeah.
He made that movie Rosebud.
Yeah.
Citizen Kane. There you
What
go.
was he
That's the one.
called? We will fight them on the beaches.
Winston Churchill.
Winston Churchill. He was drinking what 5 bottles of whiskey a day or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
And he was the greatest, you know.
For sure. For sure. And
how can you function like that? It's like
and
as
the
the prime
Deathstalker
minister,
as well. The
Deathstalker, yeah.
Deathstalker was also a drunkard. And then him, alongside his friend Patton Oswalt, saved the day with his big sword, his stupid sword.
Rubber sword, yeah. Yeah, so we watched the Deathstalker remake.
The new Deathstalker.
By the guy who did Psycho Gorman. You have his name.
Steven Kostansky. It's like a group, Astron 6.
Mm-hmm.
They're like a group of
guys
people.
Making movies. Of people.
Adam Brooks, Jeremy Gillespie, and Steven Kostansky.
It's kind of close to Costanza a little bit.
Can't stand ya.
Can't stand ya. Yeah.
Deathstalker remake was I was mostly just bored. I don't know. It wasn't very good.
It's
to me personally.
I guess we watched it because we like Psycho Gorman. Positive experience with Psycho Gorman. Fun movie, schlocky comedy. Like landed, like it did things that, and the special effects well done.
It's all got that. It's all got that tokusatsu kind of vibe to it. It's all very Power Rangers-y in its costumes and its use of effects and stop motion.
Yeah,
and that still carries over into this Deathstalker remake.
Yeah,
but for me, I don't think it ever really found a good balance between like the sword and sorcery tone and like tongue-in-cheek kind of humor, you know?
Yeah.
It was kind of a little. It was just a lot sillier than I thought, but knowingly silly, you know?
Yes, yeah.
Not like silly in the sword and
sorcery
sorcery way, but in like an express intent to be a silly movie, you know?
Yeah, like like there's a joke where at the end, Doodah or whatever. Doodad is like, did I do that at the camera?
And he's voiced by Patton Oswalt.
Yeah.
Not played by Patton Oswalt. He's played by somebody called Laurie Field as the body. And then they were like, well, let's get Patton Oswalt to talk instead.
Because in Deathstalker, I think there was a little person also played that character. So they just did because it's like that's the thing. It's based on an already existing IP. I don't know if you want to call it an IP because I don't think Deathstalker has the biggest pull. I've watched the first one. Haven't watched the second one. The first one was like I think I talked about it before. It was surprising how just cruel and crude it was, and like the amount of sexual assault in that movie there isn't like you watch the movie and like 2 minutes in there's a woman being assaulted, you know, and you're like, oh, cool. And people are like, haha, it's such a funny movie, you know, like it's a schlock fest from the 80s, you know, whatever. And it's like it's such a weird juxtaposition between the original and this, right? Because this one is like, you know, like you said, it's like very silly, you know, it's silly. And I don't know if this needs to be Deathstalker, you know, like I get that it's cool to have that name, right? Because it has some sort of notoriety, right? And that's what studios kind of want and publishers or whatever, right? A little bit of like existing pull before you make something. But I don't know if Deathstalker has that. I don't know, like what's the point? And also another thing with like the fantasy stuff, right, in this movie is like that's one of the funny things about these movies. There's so much lore in them. Like they dump lore on you constantly. Yeah.
There's a lot of exposition all the time and world building.
World building, and it's like I don't think the original Deathstalker did that. what I'm getting at is that, like, why is this Deathstalker? You know, like, if it's like it didn't take anything out of the previous movie. I don't think it had the sword. I think the sword is similar. I don't think he was a necromancer in that previous movie. I don't know. It's very weird. There was a big, instead, like in here they just go to the necromancer. In the actual movie, the old movie, it was like there was like an arena or something that they had to fight in. It's weird. I don't know. In general,
I didn't enjoy it personally, but you know, I haven't seen the original Deathstalker, so I don't know if it holds up or is in line with it. I don't know. Either way, I just thought it was kind of messy.
Yeah,
the jokes never really landed very well. Yeah. All of the, and I don't know. I respect the tokusatsu kind of way that they do the effects, like Power Rangers-y kind of stuff, but it's never been enough of a hook for me. Like, I know a lot of people who can just be like, who just enjoy that type of movie, right? With these heavy, realistic, not realistic, but heavy, like, real physical effects and costumes and props and everything, and that just enough is to be like, I like the movie. But for me, I've never really been like, I think it's cool, but I just don't it doesn't hook me in the same way that it does other people, I feel like. But yeah, I don't know if I remember talking about it, but I wasn't a huge fan of the Psycho Gourmet, of the Toxic Avenger remake that they did recently. But I preferred that as a movie over this Deathstalker film, personally. As far as reboots of schlocky, violent 80s films go, you know?
Yeah, like, another thing is that, like you were saying, it's very kind of nice, you know? Like, this movie is like,
it's very, like, if it weren't for the violence, it would be very family friendly.
Yes, exactly.
I don't know, is this a fucking...
Yeah, what rating is this? Because there's, like, you know, scenes of someone's getting his head, like, ripped off in half, like, you know, the top of their head, you know, like, there's just, like, extreme violence, but on top of that, it being kind of wholesome in a way, you know, it's like really weird. Like, I guess Psycho Gorman was somewhat the same, but I don't know. Yeah, it's maybe because Psycho Gorman was like their idea in a way, you know. I feel like because they had an idea for a story more with Psycho Gorman, because it was a new thing, you know, that they made. But like with Deathstalker, it's just like, I don't know, like, in general, I just don't think I enjoy, like this. You watch these 80s stuff for, like, with these, like, swords and sorcery stuff because it's schlocky and it's, like, funny, you know, to watch it. I don't think there's a single movie that I can kind of see, and not rated, apparently, for the rating. But that I could kind of, like, name and go, like, yeah, this is, like, a legitimately good movie. I don't know. Yeah. It's weird. It's a weird genre. A lot of these movies got made just to kind of fill the theaters, you know? Really low-budget movies, you know? Excalibur was good, actually, when I think about it. But that was a British production. Yeah, no, it's just... Weird movie.
We're gonna go through a lot of things we watched, and we'll talk about The Pit near the end. But I'll go on to another film we watched together from last year.
Yeah.
Dave Franco, Alison Brie. This was a weird one because I feel like it was built up for a while. I think it was supposed to come out a year earlier, but they had to delay it because of
legal stuff, I think. Yeah, there was some legal stuff.
They were accused of like plagiarizing it or something.
There was like a short movie that was very similar, something like that. Yeah, I don't know how that resolved, if people got paid and they just released the movie. I don't know.
The movie came out, so
yeah.
But we watched together, and again, this is largely forgettable. I mean, I guess you could get that from the fact that I feel like people mostly just forgot about the movie generally. But I don't know. It's just, it feels, I think conceptually is kind of interesting, but I think the execution of it feels a little too generic.
Yeah,
Especially in the third act, it becomes like
yeah.
majorly tropey, very
That
cliched with its reveals and its pacing. And then, although I like that it was the climax that it did go in that way, it was still kind of like it still just kind of feels like it ended, you know?
yeah, exactly. Like nothing really got resolved or anything. But like, yeah, and I don't think, there's quite a, like, especially in the third act near the end, there's a lot of scenes of them fighting the force that is pulling them together, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's the most interesting thing, honestly. Like having these scenes of like tension of them like pushing themselves away from each other, and like it's just like you can do it once, I feel like, and then you can see that like how much they struggle with it, but like the more you do it, right, because it happens multiple times throughout the film, you're like, I get it,
It's
you've
also
been pulled
like
together.
yeah, it's also a very heavy-handed film. Like
Yeah,
it's not very subtle with it.
no,
with what it's trying to say or its theming or anything. It's very much like, man, being in a long-term relationship is scary, right?
yeah.
And it's you kind of become one. I like that when they spoilers, skip forward like 20 seconds. I liked at the end when they fused and it was just like a non-binary person,
Yeah.
That was pretty funny. But I don't know. It was, I don't know. It was, that's the issue, is it's mostly just forgettable.
Yeah.
The young couple move out to a countryside and there's like the lightest cult aspect, It's got all of the trappings of a horror movie that you would expect. It's got like a fucking... It's got like a third act big reveal. It's got like a scary monster right at the end that doesn't even really
doesn't
need to
do
be
anything.
there.
Yeah,
It also makes you ask more questions about stuff than it has any answering. It's got some blood. It's got characters that just make strange decisions. The biggest one for me is that when they really start like having an issue and fusing together and stuff, Dave Franco's character is very adamant that they shouldn't go to a hospital, but there's no reason to not go to a hospital. There's no real reason for any of the characters to act this way outside of the fact that it is a horror movie, and they must inevitably avoid any actual hospital or anything, right?
Yeah, because it's like a lot of horror will do a thing where like people, like the characters are somewhat also in trouble, right? They're like, we can't go to the authorities because we have drugs on us or something like that. Like they can't seek out help. But in this case, it's like, just go to the hospital. Like, just call an ambulance.
Just call an ambulance and go to the hospital. There's really no reason not to.
It's like there's like a thing where it's
they have to come up with some contrived reasons.
Yeah, it's like I lost my keys, so I need to get my keys. So just call an ambulance, Like I don't know, like
I have to go get my keys from the place I left.
I get
That's
that
why
it's expensive.
We can't go to the hospital.
I get it's expensive,
because at first there's like a craziness aspect that I was willing to write away of like, oh, okay, well maybe it's like maybe the hospital will be like, this is psychosomatic. Here, you gotta leave. Here's some fentanyl. You gotta leave. But as soon as it becomes literally physical and their arms are fused together, and she's like, "I have to separate us right now using the fucking saw
like
thing
a rusty
that you showed
saw,
earlier, the rusty saw that I showed earlier in the film." Remember that?
Yeah,
it's like, why don't you clearly just get your phone and go 911?
Yeah.
Excuse me, hi, I'm having an emergency that it is too difficult to explain over the phone. You need to come here right now, please.
Yeah.
Me and my husband need help right now. We are unable to even explain what is happening to us.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's like, I would find it more interesting if this movie was because we have it's clear that like other people went through this in this movie, right? Like through this whatever is happening to the main characters, the fusing, and it would be interesting to see maybe how other people react to it, and some people are like, "Oh, this is actually kind of cool," or like or like other people that went through it and the reasons why they chose to do it.
They kind of do that. They kind of do that.
I get it. But
they kind of do it with the predator. There's only 2 states it can be, really, right? Like, this is that's the main messaging of the film, is that it's like you either need to take the plunge, as they say in the film, right?
Yeah.
Or separate. You need to completely, like, separate from each other. And it's like they choose not to because they are in love, right? And they decide that ultimately they do want to fuse together into one unit, which is the long-term relationship, right? They are now a pair. They have to be together, right? And they have to support each other and live together. They live their lives in conjunction with each other, open a shared bank account, that kind of thing.
No.
And you do get the 2 alternate version. You get the alternate version, which is the resistance of it, and the scary monster at the end that goes, kill me. And then you also have the other teacher guy who's like, yeah, I did it, and it's awesome. I really like doing it. It's cool.
Yeah. But we don't know anything.
I don't know
about
if there's really
guys,
much else you can explore. Whatever, it was fine. It was just I don't know, flat. Flat movie.
We forgot we watched it.
They took out the gay people in the Chinese version.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
And viewers in China criticized it because they were like, "Why did you take that shit out?"
Well, that's the way things are over there, I guess, in terms of censorship. I don't know who handles that, or it's the studio, maybe. I don't know. We will never know. But it's like a whatever movie. It did kind of just nobody talked about it after it came out.
Here's the real thing to talk about. Me and Max flew to Melbourne to see a screening of Nirvana the band, the show, the movie, and then flew back. It was beautiful.
Nice.
I love this movie so much. Fuck those other... We're going to talk about even more movies after this, and you know what? I'm just going to preface it by saying fuck all of everything else that we watched this weekend, basically.
Yeah, true. It was definitely the best thing we watched.
Finally got to see Nirvana the band, the show, the movie.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for this for years.
He was very excited.
Fucking distraught. And they kept going on Reddit and saying we are intentionally not releasing it in UK and Europe. Even this weekend, they had another AMA where they were like, is there any chance we're going to get to see it in Germany? And they were like, we are not releasing it in the UK and EU. And it's like, it's funny, but man, that hurts. It stings.
Well,
it stings, let me tell you.
I don't know the reason why. Maybe they couldn't land a distributor, or they don't care to land a distributor.
I think it's probably way too much of a hassle, which is fair because they even make a joke about it in this movie. But in true Nirvana the band fashion, it is copyright infringement out the arse. In many hilarious ways that are just absolutely beautiful. It's one of the most creative films I've seen in a very long time, with its use of its guerrilla filmmaking and everything. A lot of great I haven't watched a lot of them, but Matt Johnson has done like countless Q&As basically every single time the movie was playing, and like if he was nearby he would go to the screening and then talk about the movie afterwards, basically. Nice regardless of whether that was a planned thing or not.
When we were in Melbourne, we walked out basically when he came in, so we couldn't see it.
We didn't get, if he was there we wouldn't know because we walked out immediately because we had a flight to catch. We were there for the exact time that the movie was playing, and Max needed the bathroom really badly. And then I heard a guy going, those guys hate Matt Johnson on the way out too. And I was like, that guy hates Matt.
I really just need to piss.
I just need to pee.
And we have a plane to catch.
I was just on a 15-hour flight and need to get another 15-hour flight.
That's true.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Matt Joseph.
I'm so sorry. But I mean, outside of that, I was quite surprised by how genuinely like lovely of a film it was. It's
definitely.
genuinely quite a touching film about friendship.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed that. I think what really makes Nirvana the band shine in terms of the show and this movie is that although they parody shit all of the time, or like basically every episode is a parody of something, right?
Yeah.
They always are developed in such a way that it is its own storyline. You know, like there's so much of this movie that is borrowed from Back to the Future.
Yeah.
In the way, in how they go back in time is obviously they have the RV, which they turn into the time machine, and they have to reach 88 miles per hour. And the whole, like, with the lightning bolt at the end and everything.
Talk?
I'll just say, you know, it's I won't go into too much detail. The ending is obviously very similar, but outside of that, they build upon it in such an interesting way. You know, it still feels wholly like its own film outside of the copyright infringement level of lifting from other stories.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, just wonderful. The visual gags, the number of visual gags is insane, especially at a particular time in a movie where it's just that's throwing visual jokes at you, like constantly just machine fire at you,
and in such a clever way as well.
Yeah,
like it's not. It's not like it's very subversive. It's very inspired. Yeah. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just go watch it, basically, if you have a chance.
If you can.
Yeah, if you can, go watch Nirvana the Band show. We're not gonna spoil it, basically. But it's a great, funny watch. You don't need to watch... It's good to have watched the show, I guess. But it's still, I would imagine... it's
definitely give the show a watch if you haven't.
Yeah.
Before the movie, I would say. Still. But
it could be... I could like... I don't know. It's just so fun. It's a very funny movie.
It's hilarious.
Yeah,
but it's like I think
it builds up
to know what you're getting into and to be more invested in it. Definitely watch the show first.
Yeah. Nirvana.
It feels complete for me now. Like there's an element. There's something in my. No, I don't mean the show. I mean my life.
Your life. Okay.
There was an element in my brain of like.
Aren't they making season 3?
It was like a missing piece. Yeah. But I mean, for the last 3 years, ever since I found out after Blackberry, when they were like, we're making Nirvana the Band, the show, the movie, there's been like a chunk of my brain that felt like it's missing, you know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And now it's finally there. It's been discovered and slotted back in place.
You can move on.
And now I do have like this feeling of like, ooh. And like I'm excited for a season 3 if they can get it finished and stuff finally.
Yeah.
But it doesn't feel as much like missing. It doesn't feel like there's something missing anymore, you know? And it was so well received. Like it's people have loved this movie. People have gotten into this comedy, this series because of this movie.
Yeah.
And now it's like got a big focus. People love it. People love the Nirvana the band.
Yeah, hopefully you can get that season 3 finished and released and it will be available.
What I remember seeing the plan was, it seemed, was that Neon were going to do a physical release of seasons 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm. And
then assuming that it is like, assuming they get the money, I suppose, they'll finish off season 3.
Yeah.
But I think edited, because I think the idea is that this movie takes place like in the middle of season 3, because season 2 ends on a cliffhanger, and they never picked it back up. There was like one trailer released for season 3 or something, and I think maybe like one episode aired before Vice Canada went under, and they didn't finish the show. And then they had to spend years like getting the rights back from Vice, I think. Maybe not years, but they had to spend time getting the rights to the series back. So we'll see. Here's hoping, because it's a one of a kind. It's genuinely one of a kind. Nirvana the band, I would say. And I'm so happy to finally have seen this fucking movie, man. Oh my god.
Well,
it's wonderful.
Well,
it's moving. It's moving at the end. The ending moved me, I would say.
Yeah.
It was so lovely.
Well, you would say you can't, your pleasure is Nirvana the band show and not pain.
No, the pain was waiting, and now the pleasure is having received it.
Okay, nice. Okay.
And the pain was not my pleasure, because now we have to talk about a series that I think now, after a few days of thinking about it, I don't like any of these, I think.
Yeah, honestly.
I think I've thought about it, and I think watching those movies felt like a waste of time, actually.
Yeah, well,
But it wasn't time wasted, because we had fun.
That's true.
Hellraiser 3, the one in New York, came out in 1992 on September 11th.
Ooh, how dare they?
How crazy is that?
How dare they? How did they predict that, that there'll be so much pain on that day, a particular time in space? As if the Cenobites knew.
Do you think even Pinhead on 9/11 was like, this pain is not my pleasure?
Yeah. See, that's true,
What Osama bin Laden has done to the people of New York. Bringing him pain will not be a pleasure to me.
Yeah, and he is a pillar,
It's a solemn
like a tower
duty.
in this movie. So, what does that mean?
He is a tower. That's true. Yeah. It's interesting. There's a lot of Mulholland Drive in that movie.
Yes, that's true. But I don't even know. I think we watched Hellraiser 1 at some point in time.
I can't even remember how long ago we watched it.
How long ago it was.
I just remember we watched it at some point.
Because we haven't...
And since then, it's been in my head, lying dormant.
Haven't seen it. Because we watched it because we're like, oh, let's watch like a classic horror or whatever, It's like, just like, why is it such an icon? Like, like this Hellraiser, the Pinhead and all the Cenobites, Cenobites.
Do you have an answer now? Do you have an answer?
I think it's literally just the design. Like, that's
I think it's aura. I think it's just the aura of
and the design
the
of it.
Cenobites make people go, oh, that's cool.
And then nothing
then
else.
You'll kind of watch the movie. The first one's a good, solid horror classic.
Yeah.
Because it's interesting because if you go into it only knowing the Cenobites, then you watch it and it's like this whole thing of obviously everybody knows that these movies are very sexual, but this has got this whole like rebirth thing on top of it, right? Where it's like you solve the puzzle box and then you become like reborn as like a weird zombie demon. And you need people and it's evil. It's an evil movie. It's cool. But as they go on, it seems like they just kind of forget about that part of it, and it does just become like you do the puzzle box, and then a Cenobite comes out, and they want to show you their pleasure is pain.
Yeah.
They have such sights to show you, etc., etc. You solved it, and I came, yada yada yada. And then you run around for a bit, and then you put them back in the box, maybe.
Yeah,
or you die. Or both.
You rub the box in weird ways that don't really make sense.
Like a nipple, you run your finger around the circle part until...
Yeah, and then eventually...
a pinhead comes out.
Yeah. So
or in the most recent one, you get stabbed.
Yes, that's... I guess we did watch the entire series, and then we watched
No, we didn't watch the entire series.
Oh, not the entire series.
Don't say that, because people will go like, damn, you watched all, like, fucking 800 Hellraiser movies?
Yeah, like
no.
Inferno, Hellseeker,
We watched the first four
Hellworld.
because they were available on streaming, and then it was like, let's watch the last one too, why not? The most recent one. But there's Inferno, Hellseeker, Deader, Hellworld, Revelations, and Judgment.
Yeah, we haven't watched though.
And having not known anything about Hellraiser, when the reboot came out, I assumed that there hadn't been a new Hellraiser for like 15, 20 years. I would just assume that it's like oh, they're bringing Hellraiser back because they haven't made a Hellraiser in so long, and they're doing it like this big reboot kind of thing. It's like, no, there was a Hellraiser 4 years before the reboot.
I think it's just these were like just very cheap productions. All these
the gap between the last Hellraiser movie and the most recent one is actually one of the shorter gaps between Hellraiser movies.
That's true. But yeah.
Actually, no, it's one of the longer ones, but it's not the longest, that's for sure.
But yeah.
It's not the longest. But yeah, Hellraiser. Max, what do you think of the Cenobites?
I love how, like you were saying, as you watch the movies, the kind of rules of engagement with the Cenobites just completely start falling apart and changing.
They're very tricksy, aren't they?
Yeah. There's like in one movie they say they can't take the box away from you. In another, they just
have to give it to them.
They just pulled it
and
away.
It's literally the very next one. And
Yeah.
Hell on Earth, they were like, the box gives you power because he can't take it from you.
Yeah.
You have to give it to him, but he'll trick you. He'll try and trick you into
Yes.
giving him the box.
He
And then
will
in the
use-
next one, the person has a box, and they just hold their hand out and go, "Zoop."
Yeah, exactly.
Mine now.
And
But it's
there's
like, what the fuck?
just the angle of like, yeah, this is like there has to be like consent technically, you know, like
Mm-hmm.
that's like kind of gone at a certain point where they can just kill you for no
But
reason.
then it does kind of come back in the
the-
most recent one.
It kind of does, you know. It's
Kind
it's-
of, a little bit, sort of. Not
I
really.
mean, you still get
They're
stabbed.
weird
and
with consent.
they could.
They have very loose contract. This is the main message of Hellraiser. A verbal contract is not good. Never do
Yeah.
a verbal contract because it is the most malleable fake thing in the world.
Yes. They
People
can
will
kind of-
hold you to it, but they will not feel beholden to it. At
Yeah,
the same
absolutely.
Time.
Especially
So if you
they're,
have to do a contract, get it in writing,
especially if
or
there's
else
some
your
like
pinhead's gonna come.
weird creature from a different dimension that you're making
Mm-hmm.
the contract with, then it's of course it's going to be tricky, you know.
Yep.
But yeah, just a very like we have the second movie where
it's stark diminishing returns. The second movie has some interesting stuff in it. So the first movie is the best one out of all of the movies.
yeah,
It's fair to say, written and directed by Clive Barker, so you kind of have like the straightforward vision of it. It's probably the most. It's where all of the iconography comes from. You
Yes.
know? Every single Hellraiser movie afterwards is just taking from that. They don't, because you think about Friday the 13th, the classic look of Jason isn't even from the original Friday the 13th.
yes, yeah,
Right? They always kind of pull from multitudes of them. Hellraiser, no, it's just that first one. That's really the only one you ever need to see.
yeah,
Then we get to the second one. There's some, for me, interesting ideas. There's a couple cool ideas and scenes. But there's something about it. Its eyes are bigger than its belly. It's got a budget lower than what it's trying to have, you know?
yeah.
And I think that ruins a lot of the cool ideas that it has,
It's like
I would say.
I feel like the motivations of the people that get their box after the first one get really muddled. Like there is like no reason why you want the box, you know? Like the first one was very clear. Like the guy is like, I'm in pursuit of pleasure, like carnal pleasure, right? Like that's my thing. And then Pinhead comes and then goes, Jesus wept, you know, because I love the pain so much and I love the, you know, pleasure.
I love pain. Pain is my pleasure.
Yeah, and the next ones are like, I don't really like, people are trying to like make deals or like, I don't know, it's weird. Basically, just the Xenobites are just kind of like, I don't know. There's some really cool visual stuff in the second one. Like I said, I think when we were
A lot of
watching,
great
it, like
costumes.
Costumes
We love the
and
costumes.
like prosthetics.
There's the big labyrinth and Leviathan in the second one.
The
gets
Leviathan
introduced.
with the map painting is like a genuinely kind
I
of like a
suppose, you know
beautiful
what?
scene. You
Well,
know,
I have an addendum.
yeah.
Leviathan is like the only other thing that gets brought forward, and that's introduced
That's
in the
true,
second
yeah.
one, I guess. Outside of that, they don't matter.
Yeah.
But yeah, generally the second one feels a little too cheap. The third
Yes.
one is where we start to get a nice bordering of schlocky entertainment, you know?
Yeah.
Where it's like, this is bad, but it's at least generally fun. I'm at least having some fun with what it's trying to do.
Yeah, and also we can talk about the Hellraiser series because in the third one, the main protagonist played by Terry Farrell, which played Jadzia Dax in Star Trek DS9. DS9.
So it's connected. It's all connected. It's always connected. This is our web. Our web connects them.
Yeah, we have such sites to show you.
But this one is funny. It starts to get schlocky enough that is entertaining just in how kind of over the top and stupid it is. There's some slight homoeroticism in it, which is interesting.
Yeah.
There's some very insane designs for new Cenobites. A CD guy, a camera
guy. The CD guy is incredible.
Completely crazy. Stands on its own right by just being like dumb fun, you know?
Yeah,
it's
like
just a stupid fun movie, I would say.
It's like I feel like this is, if they wanted to be more schlocky, like that's what it needed. It's like, oh, fucking Pinhead makes Xenobites now. He just takes a guy, and goes like, oh, you love Pokemon cards, I'll make you the Pokemon card Xenobite, you know, or something like that. It's a car guy.
Love scalping cards. How about you scalp people with cards?
And yes, exactly. You know, and
he's
it's
like throwing cards, and it shaves the top of people's heads off when he does it. You know,
exactly,
he's a scalper.
And you get cool designs out of it, and like the prop department gets to be creative. You know, the artists get to be creative doing it. You know. And you have the camera guy going, it's a close-up, you know, it's your time for your close-up.
And then he pushes a camera nozzle through a guy's head, a lens through a guy's head.
But
that one's like fine. Hellraiser Bloodline I was checking out for. This is unfortunately, it becomes schlockier.
Yeah.
Even more of a jumping the shark. But unfortunately is not more entertaining. It's less entertaining, I would say, generally. It's like 3 parts over 3 generations. We have a past, present for us at least, and a future for us, you know, from our point of view.
Yeah.
Where you get like, here's the origin of the puzzle box made by the toy maker, and then here's his descendant making a big building that acts as a big puzzle box.
Yeah.
And then we have the future, in which a man makes a space puzzle box and traps Pinhead and a couple other people in it, and then blows it up.
Yeah.
He comes back, unfortunately. This is kind of, I guess this is why that big reboot was important, because after the 4th one, none of them were theatrically released. All of them were like straight to video.
Yeah.
And then this, but even then, it's like the most recent one. Still a Hulu movie. Like, I'm sure it came out in theaters select, but it was like still a Hulu movie.
Yeah. Like it's just like Deathstalker. You know, like there are these certain IPs that are like have some sort of like, I feel like Hellraiser is a bit more higher in terms of Deathstalker, but still like the studios will go like, oh, it has like this thing. I know Hellraiser, you know, I've heard it when I was younger, you know.
Yeah,
we'll give it some money.
That's a scary. Hellraiser is the guy with all the pins in his head, right?
Yeah,
he's scary. I hate Hellraiser guy. He looks scary.
Yeah, and it's like,
the big fat guy with the sunglasses and the teeth, and he goes.
The lady that has the
lady
neck
as well
opened.
with the neck opening, and that's kind of it. And she's bald. Bald is the scary part, though.
Yes, exactly. How they
you get caught by the red of the neck, and then you look up and you're like, "Oh my god, she's bald."
How can I tell it's
Jesus?
She's a woman if she hasn't got long hair.
These are all some kind of sick sexual freaks with their leather and their pain.
Mm-hmm. We have such sites to show you, but the last one gets to like the Y2K sort of like early, like a lot of digital 3D stuff in this one.
Bloodline?
Yeah, Bloodline. We have Adam Scott in this one, which was really funny to just see him.
Mr. Severance.
Mr. Severance was in this.
But then we jump forward in time. We skip the fucking 15 straight-to-video movies that came out afterwards. And then we watched the 2022 Hellraiser, which was like, I don't know, it was mostly just a generic, like, modern horror movie.
Yes, that's
like,
absolutely.
It wasn't very interesting.
they
None
try
of
to
these
make.
movies are interesting. It's a shame because I don't know, they could be more interesting.
They could be more interesting. You know,
Everything
like
could be more interesting, though, I suppose. So
Clive Barker was the producer on, I think, most of these, right? Maybe not the. I don't know about the video
Yeah,
ones,
probably.
but he does. His name does pop up like at the in most of the credits for these. So he, I don't know what that relationship looks like. You know, does he just go like, yeah, whatever, take the IP, you know, Pinhead, you know, and just put him in a thing. I don't care. Give me my paycheck, you know. Because like, yeah, that's the thing. It's like the first one is the one that he also directed, so it's like it was his. That's what he wanted to present in that first one. The rest ones is just whatever people kind of wanted to do with it. They did, you know. The remake, what can we even talk about with the remake? It's really weird because
it's got
again,
more of a direct sister. There's like something you can get at the end, so you have to sacrifice people.
yeah,
And then at the end, Leviathan turns up and they give you a wish, but spoiler alert, they always try and turn it.
yeah, they always
Either
try
you
to turn
go
it.
like, I want infinite pleasure, and they go, well, pain is our pleasure, so here's infinite pain. Or you could probably try and flip it on them and go, well, I want infinite pain then. And then they probably would go, okay, here you go.
Here's the same thing. Yeah.
But so we got it's a bit more. It's modern horror. It's a bit more
The insane thing is,
prestige, isn't it? It's a bit more like
it's trying to be
more
more
like
serious.
it's trying to say something.
Yes, yeah,
Which is
But
fine.
it doesn't say
You can say
anything
something,
really that
but
much.
unfortunately, it's not very interesting.
There's like something about addiction. It's like tackling addiction
and loss as well.
loss.
She loses her brother and can't bring her back.
Yeah,
It's about your actions. It's about
Letting
your
go.
actions and how you need to keep moving forward, even through your harmful actions, right? Like even if you may have done something terrible, but that means you need to keep moving forward. Your brother may have be gone because of your actions, and you need to keep on going. You can't bring him back.
keeping on.
Your drugs may have pushed people away, and they may never come back, but that's okay. You just gotta get off the stuff, keep on moving.
No,
Keep
I'd rather
on
open
trucking.
the box. There was
you could open the box.
apparently
Make
it
it
says in a Wikipedia page for the box office for this movie, which is, I don't know what that means. I guess it was a Hulu film, so it
Well, the
has
box
said-
office will just
yeah.
be the limited run that
selected.
the
Yeah,
theater had. Yeah,
it says it
It's
is
like,
funny to
okay.
just see 12,000. Yeah, for the box office. I don't know. That's what interests me is like in general with like streaming services. How do they count when a movie is like bankable? You know, if it's released on how do they say it's like it was success views? I don't know. Number of subscriptions.
I'll be honest. I feel it's probably the views and also social media interaction.
That's true.
I think
Yeah,
they
it could
probably
be like
look
a
at the metrics
combination.
on social media and go, "This is getting a lot of people talking about it and engagement
Made up
online,"
index,
which means
yeah.
it's probably pretty good. The celebrities we have in this have millions of followers on Instagram, which means the movie will do well.
Yes, exactly.
Which means it is driving subscriptions, even though we don't really have a way to tell that. We don't have any way to measure that metric of whether something specific is driving subscriptions. But we just assume it is because this Stranger Things is getting, a
Yeah.
billion points of engagement
They
online.
should have had
and our subscriptions went up 2%. So there must be a correlation.
they should have had Pinhead as in Stranger Things.
Yeah, like a cameo.
Yeah, they get but he's good. He's good though. He goes, "I will help with the Demogorgon," and he grabs it, and I have such sharp sights to show you.
Yeah.
And then he like rips it in half.
There's
with,
like 8
with
billion chains that you
Yeah.
have to lift up the big
yeah, with
smoke
the
monster
final-
or whatever
yeah.
it is at the end.
Yeah,
Big scary kaiju.
it's Pinhead.
Thank you,
He's saving-
Pinhead. You're
Don't
welcome,
worry.
children.
Okay, children, and make sure consent is important.
Make sure to drink your Ovaltine. I don't know why you'd say that. But yeah, we watched those Hellraisers, and generally they sucked. They weren't.
Yeah. A lot
they
of
weren't
it's
good.
just kind of.
I understand why people were not talking about those.
But the kind of image of Pinhead is very strong.
Pinhead
still.
is
like,
an iconic.
It's icon.
He's a horror icon.
A horror icon.
And here's the thing: to be a horror icon, you don't have to make any good shit.
That's true.
Jason has been a horror icon for fucking 50 years.
A fucking hockey mask, and you're like,
None
Jason.
of those movies were good. Not even the first one. At least the first Hellraiser was like pretty good.
Yeah.
No Friday the 13th movie is good. They were all really
They're
bad.
classics, you know.
They're all really boring.
They're all classics.
Especially the first one. The first one
Was
like
very weird.
So supremely boring, man.
Yeah, because
It's
they had to
crazy.
fill out the time, so there's just footage of her, Jason's mother, just walking around.
I'm gonna be honest. I think generally, despite how much there is in it and how glazed it is, if horror may be one of the worst genres of movies.
Jesus Christ, man!
Like even its heaviest hitters are
make-
like not like usually not that good.
No, but that's why we have elevated horror now, like Together.
Yeah, that's a separate genre now. We have elevated
That's
horror
true.
like Together and Midsommar.
Tell if somebody can prove Ben wrong, name a movie, and
No,
that Ben is.
I don't
want to
hear from horror film people. I'm gonna be
And
honest. Horror
say-
film people are different type of
Tell-
person altogether,
tell
and
me-
I don't see them as real people.
Tell me, I'll watch it because Ben won't. I'll watch a movie that will. I don't know, and I'll go tell
Ensigns
Ben.
at gmail.com.
I'll watch it and go like, actually, horror.
There are
classic
good horror movies.
I
I'm
know,
not
I
saying
know.
all horror movies are bad.
It sounds like you
I'm
are
just saying that the batting average for horror is definitely the worst, and so part of that is because it's oversaturated. Because it's easy. It's an easier genre to break into.
Yeah.
It's a more lucrative genre for that reason. A part of it is because of that, but I think even if you forgive it of that, I think it's still got one of the worst batting averages for film genre out there.
Sure, maybe. I don't know. It's just like that's the thing about it. It's like maybe it's easier to kind of create something dumb, fun, in that genre, right? Through horror, because like if you there's probably plenty of other like comedies or something that are just shit. Like they're just not funny, and they're painful to
there's
watch.
an issue. I think there's an issue with
Yeah.
the term dumb fun now.
Yeah.
I think people have taken the term dumb fun to mean it's bad and I like it. You want to genuinely, Nirvana the band, the show, the movie is dumb fun because the jokes can be incredibly stupid. Like
Yeah.
they're so straightforward and like and anti-humor,
Yeah.
that like that does have an element of like when he's sitting there watching. It's great because it's so simple, so straightforward and clever, but at the same time it's such a straightforward joke,
Yeah.
when he is watching The Hangover and they have
Yeah,
a joke
yeah.
in there that maybe wouldn't fly these days.
Yeah.
but,
They say
like, I
it
feel
3
like a
times.
lot of-
And every
I don't
time
know,
they
maybe.
laugh
Yeah.
every single time. Yeah, it's good.
But I feel like a lot of people just kind of use dumb fun to explain away a movie that isn't even that fun. It's just dumb,
Yeah,
There's a lot of stuff out there these days that isn't even very fun. Godzilla
Yeah.
Freedom Wars is dumb fun.
Yeah,
That's a dumb fun movie. Because it's fun. It's like people forget about the fun aspect. of it, I
yeah,
think.
the fun aspect of it. Yeah, that's true. It's like I guess it's
In my
that's the thing
opinion.
about with categorizing stuff is that it's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like
yeah.
it's so subjective
impossible,
that it's like
ultimately.
it's ultimately impossible.
Mm.
But yeah, you're right. What else? The Pit.
Good week of the pit. I think there was more I had to say about this episode, but I kind of have lost
Yeah,
it. We're an
with
hour now, and my
Hellraiser.
brain is...
I think they said it was like pain is our pleasure in the pit. I think at some point.
Oh, that was the main thing. The ice. Ice.
Oh yeah.
This
they had
we're
an
going
ice
back to
episode.
Super Woke Hospital, which I love. I love woke.
Yeah.
Woke ER. Because it's woker than us.
Yeah, definitely.
We had the great ice storyline in this episode. The ice agents come in with an illegal immigrant.
Yes.
They hurt her in the process of trying to detain her. And it's putting everybody on edge. People are leaving. People who need medical help are like, I'm not fucking sticking around.
People that are even people that work at the hospital are scared. They are leaving. They say specifically there are people that their immigration status is kind of not. It's not.
No, they're not illegal, but they're
not
still
illegal,
like,
yes, yeah.
I'm not fucking sticking around.
Yeah, exactly.
To
The
get
biggest issue
processed
is
by
like
some
they
cunt
just
that looks at me
yeah.
the wrong way.
Exactly. It's like the point is that these are people that just don't care, they literally they racially profile people. Like that's the idea of them, is that they don't they're just thugs, and they introduce chaos into already chaotic situations due to the system that of the IT system is offline at the time, and they have this situation. They lose a bunch of staff that was helping, and working and through it. And it's handles it. I wonder if
we'll have more
Yeah.
to show later on.
I wonder if
we'll
I
have more
don't-
to see later on.
I don't remember if they left the hospital from this episode or
No,
are
well,
they still-
they detained one of the
Okay.
nurses at the end. Remember?
Yeah,
they detained
yeah,
the
'cause,
gray hair guy
Yes, yeah,
and that lady that they brought. The retired nurse they brought on.
yeah.
She was fucking like chatting away with one of them.
There was. That's true.
Remember?
Yeah, exactly.
That was like,
yeah.
well, no.
That's the thing about it. It's
Oh.
like, woke hospital, but some people like the things that are happening.
Well, I mean,
like,
she's retired. She shouldn't even be there in the first place. She shouldn't be working right now.
well, they needed her, so
Yeah.
they needed help. But
Woke Hospital continues. Good episode.
Wait, so episode
We had a great.
what?
This was episode 11.
Yeah.
We're now beyond Star Trek, so it was coinciding with Star Trek in the episode 3, and episode 3 of both shows came out at the same time, but now we're beyond. So this is episode 11, week 1 without Star Trek. And we got the four more
withdrawals. We're getting withdrawals
12,
from
13, 14,
our boy
15, yeah.
Caleb. Not seeing
miss
his ripped, how
Oiled
ripped he is.
torso.
Gigantic
Sunbathing,
withdrawals.
not getting to see Captain Ake's feet.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
I don't know who else was in that show. Didn't get where I miss Jada not doing anything.
Yeah, I miss his
I miss his terrible skirt.
his side kind of plots that felt really forced and not really of his own.
I miss Darum and his lizard form that he
his
didn't do
transformation,
outside
yeah.
of like 1 minute in the first.
We missed
episode.
it. We missed it since the beginning. Yes, we have
Yep.
never seen it again afterwards. It's unfortunate.
Strange.
Uh,
Oh, you know what was in this
Galaxy
episode of the pit
in-
actually as well that I want to talk about?
imposter
Genesis, not
syndrome.
Galaxy.
Yeah,
Yeah, her
Genesis.
imposter
Imposter syndrome is missing. Yeah, go on.
In the pit, they go out to treat that drug addict lady, and you'd see her leg.
Yeah,
That was gnarly.
it's like necrosis.
Yeah,
covered
that
up.
was. She
Yeah.
was like, my leg's getting stinky again, and then she rolls up her shorts or whatever, and you're like, oh no,
Yeah.
oh lord.
You sometimes think about that, right? Like you think of the fragility of life and how fragile our human bodies can be, but sometimes they're not. They can kind of chug along for quite a long time. Sometimes you'll be surprised what people survive.
I think we're also coming through the other end of Ogilvy's arc. Ogilvy
Yes.
obviously started. He's been humbled quite a bit
Yeah, like I think
especially this episode, and I think he's going to be, if he's in the next season, he's going to be well-rounded, and I think people will love Ogilvy again. And Max, I doubted you in buying those Ogilvy stocks, but
yeah,
I think they're gonna pay off.
They'll cash in later. But then Ogilvy, just before the episode ends, is like, "Can I join ICE? Actually, I'm gonna join.
I'm going to become an ice medic." Dr.
For
McKay,
all their
you've
boo-boos.
inspired me. We need more help out in the field for our brave, for
my
our
brave
brave ice warriors.
Yes.
So I'm going to be an ice medic. Thank you, Dr.
I'll
McKay.
have all the plasters so they can put it on their boo-boos and kiss their little bruises that they'll
And
get.
then that way,
you know?
they won't have to come into the hospital anymore and disrupt everybody. Isn't this what
exactly.
you wanted, Dr. Robbie? Am
You
I making
made
you
me.
proud?
You created me. Yeah.
All of you spurned me, all because I was a little too close to the sun.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
now look at me, I've
'Cause
fallen
that's what-
lower than ever.
Because you could think that it's like, oh, is he gonna learn? But he could go the other way, where he's like, actually, I'm the best still.
Maybe
Actually,
I should
I'm
start
bad."
shorting Ogilvy. I might start shorting Ogilvy stock.
Ogilvy.
Yeah.
I think it's been really low, so shorting it is gonna. I guess you're thinking he's gonna.
No, that's the thing. I think there's an uptick now because he's
Yeah.
being humbled. I think it's going to start the uptick. And in an episode or two, I think I'm going to start shorting Ogilvy stock
Nice.
for a big drop off at the end. There's going to be like there's going to be like a transgender person or something that comes into the ER and he's going to misgender them constantly.
No, yeah, and he's
And
like,
pointed
and he's going to
misgendering.
be technically, medically, whatever, and he's like, this, like, what the fuck?
And
am I
this is going to
saying?
be like an episode. He's going to punch an ice guy, and everybody's going to be like, "Yes, Ogilvy, yes." And then next episode, misgendering, cratered. I'm shorting when he punches the ice guy, and I'm making bank.
You're really trying to
making
predict what's
bank
going
in
to happen.
Ogilvy futures.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ben is doing inside trading because he's got the scripts early. Yeah.
I wish I could inside trade on the pit stocks.
I'm pretty sure. I wonder if I don't think Polymarket does that, right? You can't bet on shows, whatever. Who gives a fuck?
I'm not looking at it anymore. It was funny like a couple months ago when we had a quick look, but now I'm like, I don't want to look at it. It's too depressing. It's too depressing with the, will there be a nuke dropped by the end of the year?
No, yeah, that's not
Like,
good.
I don't need to see this shit, bro. Thanks.
I like the idea of someone being like, you bet for it, and then it happens. You're like, yes, yes,
Yes. What's that bright light?
yeah, just a wave. Yeah, fucking wipes you.
This has been Dead Ensigns. Thank you for listening. Dead Ensign stocks are going up. We're gonna open publicly soon.
And it's never gonna fall. It's a sure
It's
investment.
right this high up all the way.
Infinite growth.
100,000 a share.
Yeah, you not only do you get to invest in the podcast, but also into Ben's security school.
Yes.
Natalist,
Well, 'cause that's what's driving it up.
Child
Anti-natalist.
destroyer school.
Anti-natalist. Come
Yeah.
on. Get it
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
If you'd like to see those stocks go higher, you can save this podcast or subscribe to it on whatever service you might be using: Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, whatever. Deezer, Stitcher, Podcast Freaks and Addicts, Podcasts Anonymous, whatever it is. You'll be able to find us there. You can also leave a rating, which is always much appreciated. You can also find us on YouTube, Dead Ensigns. On YouTube, you can like, comment, and subscribe. If you don't want to comment there, then you can email us, as I've said twice. Not only a rare email drop mid-episode, but a rare double email drop mid-episode. That's crazy. Yeah, we did it twice. I did it at the beginning for the school,
That's true.
security school, and then did it again for when you were like, give me your horror recommendations.
Yeah.
But although we've done it twice, it's so good I have to say it thrice. deadensigns@gmail.com. Give us an email. Until next time, bye-bye. See you.
Bye.
It's shorted out, sir. We're gonna have to phaser it.
Then what are you waiting for?
Right away, sir.
Faster would be better, Ensign.
I can't, sir. We don't want to... That's enough. But sir, stand aside, Carlton. I'm going through.
You're alive. Good.